Hello, my lovely people. In the height of all this coronavirus in business, I would like to throw out some things that were read about from the Stanford Hospital Board. This is an email my mom sent me. If you have a runny nose and like phlegm, that's a common cold. With coronavirus, it's a dry cough and no runny nose. And it's not heat resistant and can be killed by a temperature of 26 to 27 degrees, and I'm thinking that's Celsius. It hates the sun, so that's why a lot of people have been saying that when it gets warmer, you know, it's more so likely to go away. And then also, if someone sneezes, it has about 10 feet before it drops to the ground, and it's no longer airborne. And like if someone's coughing or sneezing and it drops on a metal surface, it can live for up to 12 hours. So if you come in contact with metal surfaces like doors and handles and that sort, wash your hands as soon as possible with antibacterial soap and warm, more so hot water. And on fabric, it can survive for 6 to 12 hours, and they're saying that normal laundry detergent will kill it. Drinking lots of things that are warm, less things that are cold, because if your body is a little bit warmer, the virus is less likely to survive in your body versus you drinking cold drinks all the time. Washing your hands with frequency, because the virus can only live on your hands for a good 5 to 10 minutes. But during that time, if you rub your eyes or, touch your nose and you're not thinking about it, boom, you got it. Should also gargle for prevention, which I didn't really think about. A simple solution of salt and warm water is always good. Because again, you're cleaning your mouth out, especially if you have touched your mouth and you didn't think about it, especially if it's been like in the last few minutes or so, just gargling, especially with the warm water, getting it out of your system. And of course, no one can emphasize this, drinking enough water so your body can and will be able to function and do what it needs to do to help fight off everything else that's going on. The symptoms of it. First, it infects the throat, so you'll have a sore throat, which can last for 3 to 4 days. The virus itself blends into nasal fluid that enters the trachea, and then it goes into the lungs, causing pneumonia. And that can take 5 to 6 days, or even longer. And with pneumonia comes the high fever and the difficulty of breathing. The nasal congestion is not like the normal nasal congestion. It's like if you feel like you're drowning, like you really seriously cannot breathe, not even on when you get sick, you can do the one nostril business sometimes, but if literally it feels like you can't breathe from your, getting in breath from your nose or even mouth breathing, and it feels like you're ultimately you're drowning, you need to seek attention immediately. There's also been some very good advice from Japanese doctors who are treating COVID-19. You should ensure that your mouth and throat are moist. I hate that word, but we're going to use it, moist and never dry. Take a few sips of water every 15 minutes or so. Why, you ask? If the virus gets into your mouth, drinking water or other liquids will wash them down through your throat and into your stomach. And once there, your stomach acid can kill it off. And if you don't drink enough water more regularly, the virus can enter your windpipe and into your lungs, which is extremely dangerous. So I hope you are taking care of yourself and taking care of other people. And even with all of this social distancing. Some articles I've been reading have said that we got a good 3 months or so, even with doing all the right things. And I literally just went to the store not too long ago, and it is crazy. And if you have not gone to the store, you need to get to the store. Pronto stat. I went to Walmart, which, large, big box store. Because where I live, we don't really have Costco's or IKEA or things like that. And so, literally, all the toilet paper is gone. All like frozen veggies are gone. I went to 3 stores. Yeah, I went to. Excuse me. I went to. Where did I go? I went to Dollar Tree first, and then I went to Walmart, and no, I went to Dollar Tree, Aldi, and then Walmart. Yeah. So seriously, get your stuff right now. After you listen to this, just hop in your car and go, if you can. I know it's easier said than done. Which is protect yourself. So I've literally washed my hands 4 times a day, since I've been out, and yeah, also a tip, when you're out at the stores and looking for things you can pick up, look in the places that you don't think things would be in, because that's ultimately where some people stash things to come back to later, or people have just been mindlessly, they're not putting it down for a second, forgetting they put it down, because I did that earlier when I was looking for soap, and literally it was only 1 thing of antibacterial soap, and I was like, whew, I got it. Also, with the coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever you're calling it, there might not be signs within the first few days or many days after you actually get it. Because especially if you're a person who already has a chronic illness, your body is already out of whack as is. So you're like, am I sick? Do I know? Sort of a situation. In most cases, by that time that you have a fever and a cough, just go get tested. And by that time, usually your lung is in 50% of fibrosis, and it's too late. And that's when it's a critical point where there's no turning back. Sorry to get a little morbid there, but seriously, keep yourselves protected. If you don't have to go out, if that's a part of the privilege that you don't have to, or that your job has been saying oh, you can work from home, sort of situation, just don't go out. You don't need to. You don't need to put yourself in that situation. There's also, I want to also really thank the people who are, who have to go to work. Thank those people for, especially people who are cleaning up these places, and people who are still running these stores in the height of this. So I want to thank all those people, people who are running stores, people who are janitors, and I'm also very sorry to the people who do still also have to go to work. But also, we're going to take a minute. We're going to do a test. Because I don't know if I'm pretty sure everyone has seen this going around. To check if you can't breathe, or if you can't hold it in for 10 seconds without coughing or discomfort or stiffness or tightness, that it proves that you do not have fibrosis in your lungs, which is the thing that they're afraid of, which indicates no infection. So we're gonna do it. And then breathe in 1, 2, 3, in, and hold it. Out. see, I'm all good, and I hope that you, after 10, you're all good. If not, I'm gonna get that checked. But yeah, I just want to throw some knowledge out there into the ether surrounding this business. Ultimately, just like, I don't want to say treat it like a cold, but like, of course, always getting your liquids, always, always, always be drinking something. Keep yourself protected. Don't go out if you don't need to go out. And be kind to one another. Ultimately, just be kind. And if someone's coughing, it does not 100% mean that they have the coronavirus or COVID-19, what have you, what you would like to call it. It is also allergy season, because I was out and I sneezed, and person lost their ever loving mind, and I was like, I just have allergies. Sneezing is really not a part of it. And I also had a drippy nose earlier, so I'm good. I definitely know. Because again, I'm also not a person who goes out a lot, especially nowadays, especially with all this going on. And I went out 2 days back to back, and especially like when it's a little bit warmer and everything outside, that's when I start to get allergies. Yeah, now I'm just like in my house, and everything's pretty good and chill. But yeah, just get anything you need right now, like if you can. You might have to do the 3 to 4 store trip. But yeah, I'm not trying to add to hysteria, but just keep yourself safe, hydrated, and love on each other from afar if you can. And I will see you lovelies in the next one.